on in the Ukraine and Russia and Europe right now, how this is going to impact Africa. Now, we are Journey with us. We're a family of 6. We are currently in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. And so it's crazy just looking on the news and seeing everything that's going on. We actually don't even watch the news that much, but just because of the headlines that have been coming on our phones, we've been paying attention to what is going on in the Ukraine. And being here in Tanzania, the war has not had a big impact as far as inflation is concerned. But last night we were talking to a few people in our e-course Live Your Best Life in Africa, and they were saying how crazy the gas prices are and the food prices are just in the last 10 days, which is insane, and that does come with war. And so if you've been thinking about leaving America, definitely leaving Europe. Definitely if you're even a continental African watching this and you're like in Ukraine, you're in Europe right now, understand that although Western media wants to depict this peaceful European lifestyle, that's just not the reality. If you look at the history of Europe, especially in ancient times, Europe has always been a war zone, contrary to popular belief. And so, you guys, this is really the calm before the storm. This is the chance to leave America, leave Europe, leave these places now, because if war pops off in America, I was watching as things unfold in Ukraine, and when they depicted everything on the news, they literally shut down the airwaves. So there was a plane going from India to Ukraine, and it had to turn around. So if you get caught when World War III is going on, you probably won't be able to leave. It'll be very difficult, especially being in America. You would have to go into like Canada or Mexico to even be able to leave America. And so this is really the calm before the storm. This is the time to think about selling things, getting rid of things, choosing a country in Africa. There are plenty of peaceful countries in Africa. Tanzania, Botswana, Ethiopia, Namibia. You can go West Africa, plenty of people over there. This is the time to think about those things, because all the creature comforts and things in America and Europe that people are hesitant to leave aren't going to be there when war pops off. You already see those things are going away just because inflation is rising. That alone is enough reason to leave America and Europe. But it's going to be worse than that, because Putin, obviously, he's a gangster. Those Russian mafias, those mobs, that's the thing. Like, that's him. Talking about he's going to nuke everybody.
He's an emperor. He's going to rule Russia.
He's a gangster emperor. That's what he said. Oh, yeah.
He's president, basically, until he dies.
Yeah, Putin is president until he dies, and so he's not showing any signs of laying low or like chilling or just being peaceful.
He's been kind of quiet lately because
This is y'all's sign. This is your chance. Like, at this point, when you think about, should I move? Should I leave Europe? Should I leave America? What should I do? The choice is either be in a war zone or be in peace. Now, the good thing about all of this in regards to Africa, especially Tanzania, the president here even did a headline and created this article, or a journalist, whoever, created this article about how this war is an opportunity for Tanzania to up their oil prices and distribute their oil to Europe. Since America has placed sanctions and the EU has placed sanctions on Russia, so trade is not going on between those two areas anymore. So this is the perfect. And so when you're in a place of gold, doesn't have resources, there's famine coming in the land, i.e. Europe and America, you put yourself in a really dangerous position. Then on top of that, you have these hot-headed white supremacists, and just, it's a hot mess. And so if it's in your heart to come to Africa, I would say go ahead and do it while you can. But this, especially East Africa, this is the chance for East Africa to rise. The Congo, they signed the Pact for the East African Community and the East African Federation. And so all these resources that the world is going to need if World War III happens, which it's very, very close to happening. If that happens, all of these European countries, all of these Indian countries, because a world war is going to mess up trade. So these are just a few of the implications of war in Africa. Like I was saying, not much has changed here so far. Obviously, if and when the USD dips, there's going to be currency changes and probably more trading of resources. But we haven't been impacted in any way so far as the shilling here is concerned and prices. If inflation does come, which it probably will, it'll be in little increments rather than the way it's happening right now in the US and Europe, because the African currencies are lower than the US currency, so it's only going to inflate by a bit, versus the US, it inflates like crazy. So these are things you guys have to think about in these times. These are things that we have to think about in these times. Getting to places of safety, places that have been known to be peaceful. Tanzania is one of them. Botswana, Ethiopia. You know, even though they put in the news, oh, this huge. Write down if you see what's going on in these countries. Have an escape. It's obvious what they're trying to do, what's happening. They don't care who they have to take out. They don't care if you're black, white, Indian. They don't care. They just want to depopulate and cause destruction. And so that's our little spiel for you. Right now, we're actually on the way for breakfast here in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Think about these things. Pay attention to the peaceful countries in Africa. If you need help getting to Africa and getting in touch with people who are on the ground in multiple countries in East Africa, click the link in the description, because we do have a course with monthly meetings or coaching calls to get you to leave Europe, leave Babylon, and leave these places, because destruction is coming. It's not a question anymore. We see it right here. It's literally in our faces. It's literally on the news. Some people think it's staged. Maybe it is staged. But they're still trying to get some kind of war. They're still trying to start something, whether it's staged or not. And so that should be your clear sign. Whatever fears you had about coming to Africa are irrelevant at this point. When, you know, in certain states in the U.S., gas prices are $4 to $5 a gallon. All of these fears are irrational. They've already been irrational, but they're very, very irrational right now when we see the destruction that is looming Europe and America. And we knew these days would come. Everybody knows this, especially black people, because the European nations and America, they've done a lot of wickedness to the people in Africa, to the children of Africa, to black people in Africa. They, you know, slavery, colonization, rape, torture, you know, they've done all of these things. Even when we get into the medical system, then we have Margaret Sanger, who, you know, was torturing black women in the name of healthcare. And so you have to reap what you sow, whether you believe in the Bible or not. Reaping what you sow is a biblical principle. Some people call it karma, but it's a biblical principle. You have to reap what you sow. And so those nations right now are reaping what they're sowing, and you don't want to be in the crossfire. You don't want to be in the crossfire. There's no need for you to be in the crossfire when there is an entire continent with 54 different countries with people that look like you. And so not a lot. And so your decision to be in the crossfire is totally up to you. You can have faith and leave and see what's in Africa. It's not. So we want to leave you with that thought. Think about what you have to lose if you stay, and think about what you have to lose if you come here. Do you want to say anything?
Think about, I'm just straightforward. Like, the signs is there. It's there. So ask yourself, is something wrong with me? am I in my right mind? I don't know. That's how I feel. If you not trying to make a plan to escape or get away from Babylon as a mindset, you gotta ask yourself, like, is something wrong with me?
And that's not to say that anyone's a horrible person or anything like that, but we've been programmed to only trust America, only trust Western media, only trust their narrative. So if they say don't come to Africa, we trust it. If they say there's a war in Ethiopia, we trust it. If they say Africa's horrible, don't go there, it's filled with the worst countries in the world, we trust it.
The past 2 years, like, you see, like, it's evidence that they it's like a plan that they're doing, and stuff is starting to come out faster and faster, like the truth. Ooh, man. I'm sorry. A motor just hit a bike driver, or a motorcycle just hit a bike driver. But yeah, the evidence is there because they show you what's going on, and if you can't accept that, just like this war, like, you always gotta second guess stuff and know that you gotta trust yourself. Really trust the Most High. So, can I get past?
Yeah, that's what we want to tell you guys. There's countless YouTube channels showing life in Africa. If you are afraid right now and you're like, I don't know what to do, I don't want to go to Africa, what if this happens, what if that happens, take 3 deep breaths, read the book of Jeremiah chapters 50 and 51, and then go through our YouTube channel Journey with us and look at all of our videos. We've been in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, East Africa for a year and a half now. And so there's nothing to be afraid of. All of the fear that's inside of you is coming from Western propaganda, and it's unwarranted. We're on the ancient lands. These are the lands where Adam and Eve were. These are the lands where everything started. And so humanity has been fine here for the duration that we've been here. And so if you come here, nothing bad will happen.
Slow down. Sanjay. Okay. Slow down. They telling me, man, I'm telling you guys, Tanzanians are funny. They tell me to slow down, but come on. Okay.
All right, that's all we have for you guys. Make your decisions quickly. Because once war is declared upon America, it's going to be very difficult to get out. In Europe, you probably need to get out even quicker because it's already happening on that continent. But for you guys, it's easier. Technically, if you're in Europe, you could technically drive down to Africa. That's something we thought about back in 2020 if we had to. Look, we thought we were getting out the last chance, y'all. And that was a year and a half ago. But yeah, I think this time is actually the last chance, or at least the last chance for a while, for a lot of people in the world. So that's all we have. We are going to go eat right now our breakfast. You guys are watching at nighttime or in the morning when you catch this live. But yes, formulate your escape plan. Visit the links in the description if you need help even financially, as far as finances are concerned, and you want to become a creative entrepreneur or freelancer. Visit our links in the description box or even in the comments section, and we will see you guys in another video.
I wonder if shalom, guys. Get it going, because the evidence is there to leave. So think fast, be fast,
Stay blessed.
and yes, we see family. It's great when we pull up to a spot and then we see family. Like, it's a lot of us here. So yeah, shalom.